Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Oh, Ankit, you are here.
Sir, can you tell what were you telling that time? I joined a bit late.
Nothing specific. I just started. वो तो थोड़ा सा lecture देने की आदत है ना मुझे. तो I start with that. I just informed कि maybe most probably your classes will start from 22nd. In school, I meant.
So then when is the PTM?
Kevin, I don't know. Uh, होगा maybe 15 17 तक हो जाना चाहिए. Just making a guess. I really don't know. Right. So we are starting with the discussion. Two, three questions were left. I asked you to go through it. Hopefully, you have gone through it. Nonetheless, we'll cover it. So, this is a question for counting the number of lowercase alphabets present in the file book.txt. So, here I have taken story.txt, but that file can be book.txt as well. Okay. But exam में अगर हमारा ये question आ रहा है board में, तो remember you will mention the name of the file as book.txt. अगर function भी दिया हुआ है, if the function name is given and some name is mentioned explicitly, you will use that function name only. Here I have taken number of lower cases के लिए I have taken some relevant name num.lc. But if they would have given something, okay, num lowercase, then you should have taken, you must take num lowercase. Okay, and because here they have given book.txt, so I should have taken book.txt. Okay, but chalo, I didn't pay, I didn't notice it, but now I have mentioned it, so be very careful, else you may, despite answer being correct, you may not get full marks. Right. So इसमें हम लोग करेंगे क्या? Number of lower cases read करना है. So is the processing based on number of words or something related to words in the program file? No. Rather, we have to check each of the characters if the character is uppercase or lowercase. So we'll not use a split here. Split कब use करते हैं जब word based processing होता है तो whenever the processing is based on words. So we'll use will simply read the entire content, store it in the form of string in data variable, keep a counter to keep the track of number of alphabets in lowercase, then will iterate or loop over the entire content which is string. Every time from this string data, you'll get one character in ch. Okay. And every time you get one character, you will go inside the loop and check if that character is lowercase. Okay. If ch is lower is true, then you will increase the counter by 1. Okay, and by the time you have iterated over the entire string, one time each character you have obtained, and in this way you have read all the characters and matched whether is it lowercase or not. Okay, uh, and you come out of the loop, the last value of c will be the number of lowercase characters in the file. ये बताओ, and then you will close the file. Of course, because you have defined this piece of code in the function, uh, once the function is called, this piece of code will be executed and uh, this will be printed. So tell me, is this program clear to you or not? Okay, how we counted the number of lowercase characters in the file. Of course, we'll be seeing another way as well. Let me know.
Sir, did not understand, sir.
Did not understand.
No, sir. Could you please explain once again?
Just give me a minute. Ankit, were you able to read files now? अंकित तुम्हारा काम कर रहा है? Now is it working? Progressing well, good. Let's say Kevin, we have a string. What both ways, Aditya? कौन सा both ways बोल रहे हो? I'll come to the second type. Don't worry. Second way will of course be based on ASCII code or Unicode. Okay, I'll come to that. Let me clear Kevin's doubt here. Kevin, मान लो कि this string is there. Okay, and you have to every time you have to print one character from the string. What will you do? Can we do something like this for I in S and print I? Every time S is the string, every time one character will be fetched in I from S. Okay, and that will be printed. Let's say if I execute it, can you see first time I becomes H? So H is printed, line is changed by print because of the default behavior. Then E is I becomes E, फिर E print हो रहा है इस तरह करके.
Got it, sir.
You understood this?
Yes, sir.
तो मान लो इसी का नाम मैंने डेटा रख दिया. I made it data. I को मैंने CH बना दिया. Print CH कर दिया. It will do the same thing. ठीक है? Now, if I don't have to do that, if I have to count key how many characters are there in the lowercase in this file, I'll take a counter in this string. I'll take a counter, and every time I get a new character which is read in CH, I'll check if CH dot is lower. याद होगा तुम लोगों को we had read about it. Oh, sorry. What is lower? True. See, I'll increase the moment this thing becomes this thing holds. I should increase the counter by 1 because that will hold only if all the characters are in lowercase. I'll print it. The number of lowercase characters are 10. देख रहे हो तो काउंट कर सकते हो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Correct, right? So the same thing is that here as well. देखोगे यहाँ, the only difference is that string from where I have got the entire content of the file has been read using the read method, which has converted the entire content of the file in the form of a string and has stored it in data. उसके बाद rest of the program is same. Kevin, clear है ये?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing. Can we improve this statement? I'm not talking about the Unicode approach. I'm just talking, can we simply write this? If when will it go inside its block? If this thing, if in front of if it finds true, then only it will get inside its block. तो अगर तुम ये लिखते हो double is equals to true, ultimately क्या होगा? If this is true, तो true double equals to true, which will again be true. ठीक है? So instead of that, even if you write this much, so if it is a lowercase character, then this will return true. So true को true से match करवा के then ultimately you are getting true. Instead of that, just write this one. This itself will get true. So in front of if true, if the true, if it encounters true, it will get inside the block. So we can reduce this statement to this form also. Okay, instead of writing double equals to true, because ultimately then true will be equals to true, and when true is equals to true, the answer is true again. So utna let's shorten it and make it this way only. ठीक है? तो वही चीज मैंने थर्ड सोल्यूशन में दिखाया होगा यहाँ. If I go here, yeah, yes, I think Aditya was referring to this only. Okay, yeah. So you can modify this and instead write this directly. Okay, because this will result in true, then it will get inside. Here also this will result in true, which will again be matched with true to obtain true. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Had a bit of cold, तो इसीलिए कल क्लास नहीं ले पाया था. Just let me have some water. Okay. Right. तो ये बताओ, ये क्लियर है कि नहीं? What we do here कि double equals to true or without writing it, क्योंकि ये भी true will match with true to obtain true, and instead you directly use this. One time भी true आएगा तो it's okay, because ultimately if bothers कि where it is getting true or not. Is it clear? Okay. ठीक, चलो, good. Now next approach is this one. एक बार देखो एक नजर और बताओ समझ में आया कि नहीं. इसमें क्या किया है हमने? I'll just explain you कि what we have done is, you remember ORD method, ORD function. ORD function, what it does is, any character, because every time you are writing I या CH यहाँ पे जो भी लो, if you are using it, and if that happens to be one minute, yeah. Yes, if that happens to be a character, and or not necessarily anything, one single character is it. If I is one single character, it will return you the Unicode value of that particular character. Okay, Unicode value या ASCII value if it is in the ASCII range. So I hope all of us are clear with this ORD function, and we know that for lowercase alphabets, I is equals to 122 will be Z, small letter, small alphabet, वो जो lowercase Z. ठीक है, तो we know that कि 97 is for small lowercase a, and 122 is for lowercase Z. फिर 98 will be B, 99 will be C, all in lower cases. So this is 97 to 122, including both, is the range of all the alphabets one by one. Similarly, 65 to 90 is for uppercase A to Z. Okay. So if the ASCII value of the character happens to be between 97 and 122, we should increase the count by 1 because only alphabets have the ASCII value matching this range. ठीक है, लोअर केस अल्फाबेट्स ओनली. इसको इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं पाइथन में. ओके, सो अगर अभी तक नहीं बताया है तो यू कैन जस्ट यूज दिस एक्सप्रेशन एज वेल, जो सॉर्ट ऑफ रेंज के लिए मैथमेटिकल नोटेशन यू यूज, दैट कैन आल्सो बी डन. ओके, इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. ठीक है. Next question. Write a function rev text. So in here you don't have any other option. Function का नाम यही लेना है. To text, to read a file input doc text, I should have taken here the name input dot text, but you will do it in the exam. I have not done it here. And print only the word starting with I in reverse order. इसका मतलब क्या है? Meaning समझो इसका. Just a minute. Okay. Let's make it 87.
Sir, is this read and read line function related to something of buffered class in Java?
Read and
Read and read line. We used it in Java for like in buffer reader and input buffer stream reader, something like that.
read and read line.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sort of. वो उस पे आऊंगा मैं. I'll tell you what is input buffer and all. Concept same है, implementation is different. Sir, if we don't close, also we get the result, right? Ankit, yes, you will get the result, but like I said, wastage of resources. Okay. चलो इसी में दिखाते हैं. So what I was saying is, what that question means, कि let's say you have a file, the content of the file is something like this: I love ice creams. Okay. Today is a pleasant day. Enjoy. Let's say कुछ भी लिख दिया मैंने. I have written it randomly. So this is the content of your file. So what it says is कि when that function is called, your output should be something like this. Only the words starting with I should be printed in reverse order. ये तो single letter word है, तो that will be written just like that. I. This does not start with I, so it will be written like that only. Love. Ice cream starts with I, so it should be done in reverse order. E C I. Okay. Creams फिर वैसे ही होगा, because it's not starting with
The
I.
reverse order means the entire
Word.
line in reverse order. Or
No, entire word starting with I.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Today you don't have to change line. You have to write in one continuous line output में. Today starts with T, so no need of reversal. Today is फिर ये reverse हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Sort of Latin. Latin में क्या C yes होता है ना. Anyways, pleasant. Latin नहीं वो Mexican में होता है. Pleasant. Day again day. Enjoy will be enjoy. Enjoy. ठीक है. So we can see that every thing will be written in one line, but the word starting with I will be reversed. तो यहाँ पे तो single word था, a small I or a lowercase I or uppercase I. So here तो we had only one I, one character. So it's as it is. So now let us see. देखो ये.
Sir, I means it can be like a capital or small I, right?
Yeah, both upper and lower case both. So इसमें क्या करेंगे? We'll read the entire word, the entire file, store it in data, split it into words, list of words. ठीक है? Where each of the element of the list will be words. So we have stored it in the list known as words. Every time words को iterate करोगे, तो you will get one element from the list, which will be word itself. So we have taken a relevant name here. I भी ले सकते थे. If each word that you are getting starts with, because each word will be a string, the string ka 0th character will be the beginning of the word. So if the beginning of the word is uppercase I or beginning of the word is lowercase I of each of the word, we will print the word in reverse order. You remember slicing में ऐसे लिखते थे तो reverse हो जाता था. If you remember, and then we will not change line, but we will leave one.
So there
space.
were 3 methods, right, for that. So you can use any of the 3.
Yeah, you can use any of the 3, but this is the shortest. I understand कि फिर वो loop चला के you will again print it in reverse. तो उस तरह करके भी कर सकते हो. Is there any other program for this question? I'm not getting you, Aditya. Yeah, this was the question from sample paper. This is big. ये big है. कहाँ big है? इसके लिए तुम्हें अगर if you are getting 3 marks तो this will hardly take 40-50 seconds to write. देखो, these 4-5 lines are same in all the questions. The only part you are writing is this for part. ठीक है, तो बस तुम्हें जो थोड़ा बहुत ब्रेन लगाना है वो यही लगाना है. तो how come is it big? Big program spans across hundreds and thousands and millions of lines. ये तो this is not even born. Okay. तो देखो, if the word starting of the word happens to be in uppercase I or lowercase I, then you will print it in reverse, and you will not change line because everything has to be written in one straight line, single line. Okay, and instead, after printing the word in reverse, you will leave one space. Then next time the word comes, if it is not starting with I, it will continue printing after the space, but word as it is. So only in case the word starts with I or small I, it will reverse it and print it, else it will print it as it is, and line will never be changed. Of course, after each word, one space will be left. So ये देखो और बताओ. Is it clear?
Sir, using the split function, is it compulsory or we can use that space method?
Space method? Be more
Like
specific.
meaning we can run the loop and like count the number of spaces and like extract the word.
You can do it, but फिर वो बात है कि वो तुम्हारा कि will it be efficient? उतना बड़ा प्रोग्राम लिखोगे in boards, so it may consume
Sir,
time and you are
like
making it's more prone to errors.
because in exam you gave a program, the last program, to count the number of words that are starting with S.
Yeah, you could have done this way as
And
well.
that's a 5-mark program. And if you use the function split, then the program becomes just like 3 to 4 lines, not even 3 to 4 lines.
Yeah, of course. Have you seen the solution that I have sent? उसमें मैंने split दिखाया है. You could have used a split. Nobody is going to reduce your marks. That was a 3-line program.
But that's a 5 marker. That's why.
See, I have given marks there for implementation, for the concept, because you are not used to split. Now, because you have practiced a split, I'll never give that program for 5 marks. Okay. So, of course, if you are using loops for counting the number of spaces, that is also correct. But that will increase the length of the program. Of course, you will be getting marks. Marks कोई नहीं ले सकता है उसमें. ठीक है. So I'm just writing it like this in this form. But you should know all the ways to achieve your or to get the solution. So this is one of the ways. But Ilam, you are correct. वो उस पे भी answer आ जाएगा. But that
Yes.
will increase the length of a number of lines of code. Okay.
So, but you said they like the starting of the class to use these functions really very less. Wherever it is needed, you have to use means
Huh.
most of the time you have to
Initially.
use the basic functions
That
because
is what
that
I
will
said.
increase the.
Yeah, you are right. I said, and I stand by what I said, because when you are learning, you should not spoil your habit by using built-in methods. Okay. Once you are very comfortable with those built-in with the basics, then you should never use the basics. उसके बाद फिर you can use this built-in methods or functions. So initially, मैं starting में जब when you are learning, I avoid using the built-in methods. But because now we are already into good programming, okay, we have learned it to a good extent. In the beginner phase, of course, but थोड़ा हम लोग देख चुके हैं. So now that's why I am allowing you to use it. So now you can do it. तो वो starting के months थे. So if you are into habit of using these things from the very beginning, you will lose that innovative spirit. तो इसीलिए मैं शुरू में मना करता हूँ. Starting में I say कि avoid it. ठीक है?
Yes.
Right. But in boards, you are free to use anyways. Yeah, of course, Aditya. Now onwards you can use. और बोर्ड में तो तुम्हें मार्क्स लाना है, जो शॉर्टेस्ट दिखे वो यूज करो. Okay, so I hope this solution is clear. ये देख लो एक बार. Take 10 seconds. Okay. I'll take that as yes. Right. इसके बाद के देखोगे, see, I have given all the questions so that you will understand that the board is always circling around some fixed questions. फिर ये देखोगे, display the number of lines that start either with A or M. One question was there that number of lines starting with A. तो ये फिर similar type का है. That will be first or the second question that we have discussed. Then and count the number of times my occurs in the file. एक और क्वेश्चन देखा था हमने. We had seen previously one more question like this. So they are always repeating. तो ये बोर्ड के क्वेश्चंस हैं लास्ट 4-5 years के. ठीक है. So they are fixed type of questions. So you can consider कि one question is out. ये आएगा ही आएगा. इन्हीं में से only from these types only you will see.
So they are more based on like counting or like these types, no, sir?
हाँ, वही तो मैं बता रहा हूँ. That's what I'm telling you. If we don't write end equals to, then also it is correct. No, Ankit, because the demand of the question was that everything should be there in the same line. देखो, India is my country. Though they have shown that that file contains only one single line, but if you are not using end equals to this, every time word will be printed, line will be changed, because print by default changes the line. But you have to write in one straight line.
Sir, but it doesn't even give space.
It is giving space here. देखो ना यहाँ पे space तो है ना. Output देखो, sample output. See here. What doubt exactly you are having here? Yes, Ankit. Let me know. So where
Sir,
will
in boards,
uh,
like we have studied in class 11, the first chapter, the second and all, the theory part, that will not be there, right?
have you seen the sample paper?
Yes, sir. See, in the programming part is like we use the class 11th also, but not the.
For theory, they are not asking from class 11. Correct the program, break, continue,
No,
functions,
not
built-in functions,
uh,
output-based questions.
not the Python part, sir. Not the
Then
Python part. I'm talking about like the computer part, the RAM, ROM, this
no,
cyber
there will be
crime.
separate chapter. One part we have discussed. A few other topics are left that we had started, but we left it. We'll continue with that. That computer networks. That they won't ask. Okay. Right. So if this program is clear, Arpit, I didn't get your point, sir. Where will it be applied? What thing? किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो? If you can be more specific, I'll be able to help. Okay. Changing of words or reversing them. अब वो use कहाँ होगा? We are not concerned about it. Boards ने पूछा, we answered it. It will depend. See, what I told you is, I am teaching you the techniques. It's just like getting training. Let's say you go to army and you are getting training. तो वहां पे they teach you how to fire weapons, ठीक है, different combat techniques. But how you will apply in real life scenario, where will you apply, it all will depend on what type of circumstance you get caught in. ठीक है, उस समय तुम्हें you just know how to fire weapons, but how you will actually use it, that will depend on the real time scenario. So similarly, you are learning all the you can say techniques of using Python. So when you are designing your code, where that will come in handy, that you will decide. Okay, just like when you start learning grammar, you learn ABCD, वो alphabet you learn, all the alphabet, ठीक है, all the characters in the alphabet. But as at that moment, it cannot be explained to a child ki in the future you are going to form words with it, then there will be grammar. So you just follow for now. Later on, when you will have enough practice, you'll of course form words from it. You'll write grammars, you'll write beautiful stories. So similarly, in the case of programming, we are learning different techniques. Once you are good at it, you can write your own code, and you'll use these techniques there. Okay. We'll learn one more thing today, one last topic. 8. Okay. 9. This is the 9th program for you. So here we'll see. अभी तक हम लोग क्या देख रहे थे? Reading from files. Now we'll see writing to a file. इसके लिए file should be opened in which mode? Write mode. If a file is not already existing, then Ankit उसी पे आ रहे हैं. We are coming to that only. Okay. Write method will be used to write to a file. अभी तक तो we were dealing with reading from files. Okay. Okay, writing to a file. Now reading portion from the text file is complete. We are seeing now writing to a text file. So if the file is not already existing, then the file will be created. If the file is already existing, then the file will be erased and the latest content will be overwritten. ठीक है, मतलब अगर कोई फाइल पहले से है तो all the content will be erased and whatever you are telling to write in the latest execution, that file, latest execution, that file or that content will be written. ठीक है, so all the previous content will be lost. And if there is no, if the file is not already existing, the file will be created. क्या लिख दिया मैंने? Opened. Okay, now let us see. Let's say, let me see text files here. One I have elephant.txt, demo.txt, and story.txt. Okay. Here I'll write a file. I'll open a file for writing. Open. Let's say my file is not already existing. So on this execution, the file should be created. And the name that I want to give to that file is, let's say, my file.txt. Okay. I want to open this file in write mode. Because the file is not already existing, I'm only writing the name of the file. So it's dealing with the current location, and current location is there within this file handling folder. So देखोगे there is no file as my file.txt. So if it is not existing and I want to open it in write mode, then first it will be created. Okay, if the file is open, file should be closed as well. Now, once the file is opened in the RAM, okay, and in the memory location labeled as F, we can write to it by using f.write. What you want to write should be as in the form of a string. Whatever you want to write should be in the form of the string. Okay. Now, okay, I'll write, hello there, how are you? Let's say you want to write another line. Again, you will write f.write. You want to write something more, you will use f.write. Okay.
Sir, are we not giving it a name?
What name? We have given a myfile.txt. Yes, Ankit. What happened?
Like naming the variable.
See, when you are reading, then only that read should catch. But here you are not going to get something back. You are going to insert something. So because the content was being read and was being provided and which was being stored in a variable, but here you do not need to catch anything. The file should not, you will not receive anything. You are rather providing something. Okay, so therefore there is nothing to be collected. Ankit, the file में लिख रहे हो, when you are writing to a file, are you expecting anything back? But when you are reading something, you are expecting something back, the content which you have read. But when you are telling ki write this thing, okay, then you are actually providing something. So you don't need to bother about what I will get back. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. तो ये देखो. Now, so what do you think how the file will be changed? What type of file will be created? फाइल का कंटेंट कैसा होगा? How many
It will
lines
be
will
in
be
two
there in the
lines,
file?
sir.
There will
Two
be two
lines.
lines in the file. Okay. Write method unlike print function does not change line on its own. So there will be only one line. Okay. In order to change line using write method, use \n. ठीक है, तो I'll run it. देखोगे वहां पे कोई फाइल नहीं था. Now you are having my file.txt. Earlier it was not there. So we have seen that when there is no file existing, then the file will be created. So let's open it. Everything was written in one single line, though used to f.write. Why we got the notion key there will be two lines? Because we are used to print function. But write method, unlike print function, does not change line after it has done printing or done storing the data or writing the data on the file specified. Okay, so if you want to change lines, what you can do is after this, you can write like this. So if I run it again, what will happen? Am I going to
They'll
get
have
the
two
next
lines.
line and this line will be retained, or this line will be erased first and then the new content will be written?
No, sir, it will be just in the next line.
It will be there in the next line. पढ़ो यहाँ क्या लिखा है?
It'll be overwritten, sir.
Overwritten. पहले पूरा content इसका मिटेगा. This entire thing will be erased, and then afresh this content will be again written. Whatever is there in this latest round of execution. Let us see. In order to prove that, let me change the content here. It's a nice weekend. Isn't it? Let's meet at lunch.
Sir, overwriting is like letter by letter or like the total file?
Overwriting means everything will be erased and then writing afresh.
Okay, okay.
देखो. Can you say it? Again, everything was cleared up and then you have started writing again the entire content. In this round, whatever was written. Can you see it? Again, if I execute, you will get the again same lines. Why? Again, it was erased and again same thing was written. Is it clear? Okay, what does write mode do? ये बताओ. Okay, but then you will think, what is the use? If I want to retain the data from previous executions, I don't want to erase the file, but instead I want to start writing from wherever I left in the previous round. Is there a mechanism to do that? Yes, we'll see it
Append.
tomorrow. Append mode. ठीक है, but आज करके दिखा दे रहा हूं, but we'll see it tomorrow. अगर यहाँ पे if you write A, ठीक है, तो देखोगे अभी ये था. Again, the same thing was written. Why? It stopped here. Here line was not changed. So next, this round of execution, when you started again writing, so earlier round stopped here. So from here, the content was again written, line changed. This was written, line changed, and then this. So if you run it one more time, it will keep on adding. Take care. So that is how it works. Append को use करेंगे तो, but we'll discuss it again because right में there are a few more things to discuss. So a few more methods. So if I change it to W again, you will see everything was erased and then fresh it was written.
So how does this happen like this?
Huh?
How does this happen like this?
Why is it happening? With append it will add, keep on adding, and with write it will erase it everything.
Yes, sir.
And now you have come to a point where again I'll give you the same answer, which I have been giving since ages, I can say. Go back in time, ask the person who developed it. There should be a mechanism to do to do anything and everything that people desire. So might be they have given different possible ways. See, there are certain situations where you need to generate. Let's say you are generating report of every execution, but you do not want the report of last execution. Whatever is going on in the latest round of maintenance, only that report should be maintained. So, उस cases में you'll use write mode. But if you have to keep a log or the history of all the details of all last 1 week of maintenance reports, then you will use append mode. तो उस तरह के cases में use होता है, ठीक है? And of course, the person wished that way, the person who created the language. So yes, both will come use. ऐसा नहीं है कि write का use नहीं है. Write has also its own uses. You'll learn, like I said, we are learning just different techniques. Where you will use it, it will come to you on its own when you will be implementing it as per your requirement later on. When you will be writing some good programs as software developers. Okay. So we'll stop here with write mode. We'll discuss, of course, certain more things with respect to write mode only, and then we'll again come back to append mode, and then there are some hybrid modes. वो सब भी देखना है. So, but for today, we are going to stop here only. Okay. So all is clear in this class. If it is fine, then we can leave. So can we write the string using line continuation statement? Can you give example? कैसा बोलना चाह रहे हो? Bharat, if you can tell me what exactly line continuation statement means what? If you do not write backslash n, then it is line continuation only. Acha, Bharat, you are confusing. Line continuation statement is not for a string, it's for programmers. ठीक है? उसका string से लेना देना नहीं है. देखो. You are talking something, I think, like this.
Sir, but you told long time ago that it is used for string and numbers both.
Line continuation.
Yes, sir.
String maybe अगर गलत मेंशन कर दिया हो तो हो सकता है. I'm sorry for that. But see, line continuation का function क्या है कि if some line of code is very big, वो बहुत बड़ा है, तो उसको multiple line में break करना है ना, then you can write like this कि anywhere I'll just break it and then I can run it. ठीक है, it has got nothing to do with the string. समझ लो इसको फिर से. जैसे मान लो the single line you have to write in break in two different lines, the single statement. It won't have any effect on execution. ठीक है, program execution पे इसका कोई difference नहीं पड़ेगा, just for you can say decorating the program. So that is a mechanism of breaking a statement without affecting the execution of the program. ठीक है, so you can use backslash. ठीक है, and then you can change the line. So compiler will interpret it as it is as if it is in the single line only. It will ignore this wherever it will get. Okay, but this symbolizes the program, this computer and your interpreter. Okay, just ignore this and whatever is coming next, assume that it is continuing from here. That is statement. ठीक है, तो that's just for increasing the readability, nothing else. ठीक है, तो उस तरह की चीजों के लिए वो यूज होता है. Okay, but if you use backslash inside a quote, that will suggest the starting of escape sequence. Okay, outside it will be just like line continuation, but that is only for increasing the readability of the program, breaking a single statement into multiple lines without having any effect whatsoever on the execution of the program. Okay, that's just for sort of decorative purpose. उसका कोई और use नहीं है. Is it clear? बोलो. इसको बीच में किसी इसको मत ब्रेक करना, बट आफ्टर सर्टेन टोकन्स यू कैन ब्रेक इट. देख रहे हो जैसे यहां से, इसका और कोई यूज नहीं है. ठीक है, तो डोंट कंफ्यूज इट विद द एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द प्रोग्राम. जस्ट फॉर ब्रेकिंग लाइंस आफ्टर स्पेसिफिक टोकन्स. ठीक है, जस्ट टू इंक्रीज द रीडेबिलिटी. देयर इज नो फर्दर यूज ऑफ दैट. ठीक है, चलो then we'll stop here.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.